Hi there, I'm going to start off with a little series of experiments that you can do at home. I'm going to try and make sure that all of the experiments have things that you can get easily from the kitchen or you will have around the household. Today we're doing the magical egg experiment. For this experiment you are going to need some warm water from the tap, an egg, and a bottle where the top is a little bit smaller than the egg. During the video I might need you to pause it on a couple of occasions and I will give you a little question to think about, and I'll try and make sure that you've got plenty of time to pause the video. Then we will move on and try and find out the answers. Okay, so we've got our hard-boiled egg. What we've done is we've taken the shell very carefully off of the egg so that it keeps its shape nicely. Now, what we are going to do is we're going to take the egg and we're going to put it in the top of the bottle, like that. In here I've got my hot tap water. It's not boiling water, it's just hot tap water. And the first question is, what do you think will happen to the egg? Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this. You'll notice that I've not touched the egg since I put it in the top of the bottle. I'm going to put it into the hot water and just hold it in place like so, just for a few moments, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the bottle out, place the egg on top again, and we will watch what happens, hopefully. You can see it definitely getting sucked in at the moment, so think about, so we've gone from hot water down to colder air, not too much colder, and we can see the egg is starting to move into the bottle. And that's all without me touching it, so you have to think to yourself, what is it that is making it go into the bottle? It's starting to get there. Okay, I'm just going to leave you watching this, and I might speed it up a little bit for you. Well, didn't quite work as we expected it to, but I think you can get the gist of it. It's pulled most of the egg into the jar. Now, big question for you is, why do you think this happened? Remember, first of all, we had hot tap water that we put it into, and the egg was being pushed up and out of the neck of the bottle. Then, when we took it outside and we had it in the temperature out here, which is not cold, but it's a lot colder than the water is, it started to get sucked into the top of the bottle. Why do you think this happened? Now would be a good time to pause the video. Okay, when we put the glass jar into here, the air inside it got warmer, and when it gets warmer it expands. So it's trying to get out, and it was trying to escape from this. Now, when we actually took this out, the air inside here started to cool down, and when it cools down it starts to shrink, get smaller, it takes up less space, and normally it would just suck air in through the top, but there was something in the way. What was the thing that was in the way? You're right, it was the egg. And so the egg was blocking it, and so it's trying to suck it down, and the air inside the bottle is getting smaller and smaller and smaller, and it's making what's called a vacuum, and it can't suck any more air in because it's sealed at the top. And so what happens is it slowly but surely pulls the egg into the glass. Now, it would probably work slightly better if I either had a glass or a bottle with a slightly bigger hole at the top, or a slightly smaller egg. Unfortunately, I had neither of those two things, hence the egg separated into two halves. But I want you to try and see if you can do this experiment at home and maybe do it a little bit better.